All right. It says we are live. Hi, everyone. We have our special guest, Mollie.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
Of course.
The little romance newbie over here.
Yeah. I mean, I could still consider myself a newbie too, because there's so many romance books and it's not enough time.
If Daijah, if you're still a newbie, then I don't even think I can consider myself that.
Maybe like I feel like you're like a romance newborn and I'm like a romance toddler.
And I'm the romance old lady.
Yes.
Yes.
No offense, but yes.
I've been reading romance for the better part of 15 years, so.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I did on like the DL back in like a couple years ago, but like I was like, I can't really talk about this because I'm literally like 14, but it's fine. Hi, Danielle.
Hi, Danielle. Yeah, I started reading romance about 14, 15 years old. Yeah. And I'm going to be 32 this year.
Okay, I'm going to post on the Instagram that we're live.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to do a boomerang, though.
Okay, tell me when you're going to do it.
Oh, okay, I'll read it. Okay, I'm about to go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, it was cute. Let me put because the timer ended the countdown.
And I was like, she just started doing it and we weren't even ready, Mollie. Like,
I'm sorry, I just love it for my life. I just do it.
I'm just going to do it.
I'm sorry.
And I don't have a physical copy of the book, so I can't show you the cover, but we are discussing Voyeur by Fiona Cole today.
It's a real shame because I think I was the only one of the three of us that had a physical copy, and
I never have the physical copies, like ever.
Always. I can't read ebooks though, so.
Oh.
I don't really like ebooks, but I survive off them because I'm simply poor. I'm simply poor.
I mean, to be fair, I didn't buy Voyeur. I got gifted it for my wish list.
Yeah, I saw. But I have no friends, so yeah.
Excuse me, ma'am.
I'm just kidding. Oh yeah, there it is. I'm like a broke college student now, so I can't just be buying things willy-nilly. And my parents.
When your booktube sugar mama doesn't give you the book, I'm sorry, I let you down.
This is disappointed.
Yeah. It makes me feel better. I didn't give myself the book.
But yeah, my parents, like, all these books used to be from like years ago, most of them. My parents used to buy me books, but like now they don't buy me books, and they don't like to spend money because, you know, if I'm a broke college student, they're broke college parents, so it'd be like that. They'd be like, you gotta pay for that college.
It'd be like that sometimes. All right, who wants to tell the people what this book is about? I did it last time. 1, 2, 3, not it. I'm automatically out because I said it last time, just so we're aware.
Okay, I think maybe I can do it. Okay. Let me prepare myself. Okay. Oh, wait, let me look up their names real quick.
I know, that's what I had over. I was like, what are their names?
I don't remember any names ever besides my own, so.
Her name. Yeah, Oakland. And then.
Oh, I don't remember his name.
His was. Oh, was it Connor?
Yeah. It was Callum. Yeah.
Callum. I know it began with a C.
It doesn't even say their names in the description.
It doesn't. I was just looking at that. Good luck.
So it's about. I'm just gonna say this girl and this guy because you know it's
Callum.
Oakland and Callum. Okay. We follow our main character Oakland, and she's like going through it. You know, she got to pay for that college. I understand. We out here. So she decides to get this job at this strip club, but it's not a normal strip club, right? Like they can do, not only do they like can do stripping, they also can do like they perform acts that people request, and then the people watch them. And so then this guy Callum goes to the club and he's like, ooh, who's this? She kind of fine though, right? And he's like really attracted to her for like no reason, apparently, just like is drawn to her, you know, as one does. And then the new semester starts for college, and then she's his student. Yeah. and it's kind of like an awkward situation. It's a little awkward. It'd be like that. Thank you.
Was phenomenal. Good job.
Thank you.
Trigger warnings in the book as well, just so you're aware.
I didn't know that. I was like, what?
Yeah, I didn't either.
I didn't either.
It did not say that in the
I
description.
think for me, that's why I didn't give it 5, because I loved that book. I loved it. I just wasn't prepared for the triggers, and I was like, I could have done with some warning.
Me too. If I would have known, I would have made sure everybody knew. But I had no. You know what? The synopsis really be bad. Don't even say their names. Don't go trigger warnings. Nothing.
No trigger warnings at all.
See, that's the thing that I love about Katie Robert. Like, she has trigger warnings in the front of her books.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, I really did not expect to be diving into these topics. Like, when I read the synopsis, I was just like, ooh, like a little taboo, cute moment. Like, I did not expect to be getting deep like this.
Yeah, the synopsis really let us down. It does no hint at all that he has sexual trauma in his past. Like,
I literally just wanted to cuddle Callum. I was like, oh, I love you. Let me protect you.
Let me protect you. He is just, there were some hard topics in this book.
Yeah.
So,
what did everybody rate it? Okay, I gave it like 4 originally, and then I lowered it to 3.5, but I might bump it back up to 4.
Oh, okay.
See, I would have given it higher because I really, really enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it too.
I really enjoyed it too. I think that like I just didn't go in expecting all those deep topics, and so then I was like, oh, like this is not what I expected.
Yeah. Although I think it was handled really well.
Yeah, it was.
Which is why it wasn't like, oh my god, as if there was no warning and then it was just thrown at us like this. Like, otherwise that would have been a lot lower for me. It was handled super well. So even though it was like a bit of a like, whoa, like it was dealt with really well.
Yeah. For me too, just like a little like too long. I was like, okay, the angst, we get it. Let's like I liked the beginning half a lot, and then the end half felt really repetitive for me. But like also like I understand, but like for a book I was like it's a little repetitive, and then I was in a reading slump, so I also read this like 2.5 weeks ago, so if my memory on it is kind of bad, I immediately drop any memories for books that I read the day after I read them.
But all I'm saying is I'm now gonna listen to both of you, because when I was in the comments of your last live, Daijah said, Mollie, I actually think you'd really like this. And I did.
Yeah. I didn't read it, but like the synopsis sent you like Desperate Measures. I was like, I feel like the synopsis. Yeah.
It's nothing like Desperate Measures.
It's not, but like it gave me similar like tone.
Yeah. No, the synopsis definitely did. The book itself.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like this could be like, I don't know, the Walmart brand of Desperate Measures.
Not the Walmart brand.
Tea.
But
not the Walmart.
But Nicole, I know you really enjoyed making me that list of fantasy romance.
We have 4, 3 stars, 3.25 is back and forth. Yeah, absolutely. There was some. I agree with you, Daijah. It did feel overly long there, like in the middle. Yeah. That could have been like cut down a bit for sure. But I don't know what else we can talk about that's non-spoilery. So we can move into the
not to just jumping into
the tea.
But so if it's okay with everyone else, and we can move to the spoilery part of the chat, even though it's only been like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, so spoilers. Yeah, the one thing that kind of annoyed me was that his very possessiveness of her when they got together, quote unquote, even though they still had to hide the relationship because she was his student, that she still had to work, like she had to pay her bills, because and her parents spending her tuition money, like
I was like, how audacity, like that's just so loud. Like, if you use student loans on something other than school, that's illegal. You simply will get arrested. Like,
They spend it on a car.
You don't hear.
No, here,
No?
like student loans have to be used for school. Like mortgages have to be used for your home. Car loans have to be used for your car. If you want a different kind of loan, you got to go with a personal loan. I just did a whole project on loans for my class.
Yeah,
so, like,
no, that's fine. We don't get that for student loans. Like other loans, then yeah, sure. But like student loans, like so our maintenance loan is like just for us to live off of. So it doesn't specify that, like, I have specifically used mine for rent. Other people will like use it to like go on holidays and like.
I think you can use it for like rent or like living, but like and like food, it depends on where you get it. Like loans, I'm not sure. It depends on where you get the loans, honestly.
Because I had loans for school, and then I had grant money. Grant money came directly to me that I could use for whatever I wanted.
Yeah.
So
that's like what our maintenance loan is. So we've got tuition fees which get paid straight to our universities. We don't see that.
Right.
And then we get maintenance loan, which is like for us to live off of. But you can still get maintenance loan even if like your family are gonna pay your rent, because it's just based on your household income. So I know a lot of people where their parents and stuff will pay their rent for them, so their maintenance loan is for themselves, whereas I have to pay my rent myself. So
right.
Yeah. I don't know. It'd be more complicated over here. Like it really depends on if you're getting the scholarship from your school, the government, or like a private organization. Because a private organization, usually the money comes to you, but like it's like sometimes it's like against the rules to use it on something other than school.
But honestly, when like her mom was like, "Oh yeah, it was just sat there," and like
I was like, "Excuse."
It's just like, we were really struggling, and the check was just there.
Right? I was like,
first of all, why'd you even open her mail? Like that's not addressed to you. That's another illegal thing. That's another illegal thing. You cannot open someone else's mail.
I swear though, like, well, my parents are paying for my college, so like I can't even speak. But if I had to pay for it myself, and they open, I swear I would actually square up with them. I'd be like, "This card mine, thank you."
And like, and she had a car, I would be switching cars. I'd be like, okay, this is your car now, so this is mine. Thank you.
Right, literally, like she had this car that was like breaking down. Bless her.
Yeah.
Yep.
I would still switch cars. This is mine now.
That really did piss me off. I was like, "Are you kidding?"
And that was the opening chapter, so that really like set it up. I was like,
it did. It was like that's how it started. That was that phone call. Like her mom, she's like, "I'm so sorry." I'm just like, right. By the end of the phone call, she's like, "I'm not ready to forgive her." I was like, "I wouldn't be ready either." Not by the end of the phone call.
I even loved that she still weren't ready halfway through. I was like, yeah, same. That's a betrayal.
Yep.
No, literally, if my parents did that, I honestly, we would not be homies no more. Like, it would take years. Because not, like, literally, like, what did I have to do? Sell my body now to pay for college? Literally out here in the freaking streets because of you. No. No. If I'm going to do that, it's going to be on my own volition, not because of you. I'm just saying.
Exactly. And even like at the end when Callum was like, or she actually ended up selling her car so she wouldn't have to work at Voyeur anymore.
No.
Callum was like,
I was like
just like Jesus.
I mean, I feel like she was making bank at Voyeur. I would have been like,
don't get me wrong. Like, I was at one point, like, I was with her friend Olivia when Olivia was like, why didn't you just let him pay for it? Because, like, again, it's like, it's not your teacher paying for it. Like, yeah, it is. But also, it's like what Olivia said, it would be your boyfriend helping you pay for college. So you didn't have to work at this club.
You know, I feel like it's very, like, give and take, because, like, I understand she wants to be, like, a strong, independent woman, but then at the same time...
But also, you weren't happy there. I'd understand if, like, she was living her best life there or whatever, or, like, and that was the only job she was doing, and she was, like...
She was doing hella.
But she was doing more jobs, and, like, she wasn't happy. So, like, she could have just... Even if he didn't pay for the whole thing, and she's still done like the internships and stuff, and like he just like gave her a helping hand, so she didn't have to work at Voyeur.
Yeah, you know, because I understand again wanting to be a strong, independent woman, but like if somebody was like I'll be your sugar daddy and give you money, I would no doubt I would take the money. Plain and simple. Plain and simple.
Because it's literally like what Olivia said. It wouldn't be a loan that way. Like he's not asking for you to pay it back.
Right. Because
Yes.
she was saying like that that's why she didn't want to take money from Olivia, is because her parents were in that situation where they took money from a friend and it completely ruined their relationship.
That would have been a loan though, because that was Olivia and her parents helping her. Like that was completely different. And
then she tried to justify it, saying that, if I took money from him, it would just ruin our relationship. And Olivia's like, well, it's already ruined anyway. You're not together.
I loved Olivia so much. Like, I would quite happily read a whole book about Olivia.
There might be, honestly.
I know it's a series. Book 2 follows Jake. I've got that in my wish list because I want to carry on. I'm invested. Let
him pay. Yeah. He wouldn't be going to Voyeur anymore anyway, because like obviously he wasn't going when they ended up being together. I mean, only to see her. So it's like, what was that fee? Like a monthly fee, like $1,500
a month or something like that. Yeah,
it was like so crazy. So he wouldn't be spending that money.
That's what I want to know. Where did that come from?
Yeah,
I guess we'll never know. As a monthly fee. Like
he vaguely said like his parents were well off.
Yeah,
and your parents are well off, and they're just gonna give you money like for that. Like, I mean, they don't know, but like parents really do just be giving their kids money like that.
I mean, it had like some sort of trust fund or inheritance or something.
Oh, I guess that's true. Can't relate.
It's like my bit was when Oakland went to Olivia's room like crying to like spill everything and been like, I messed up, blah blah blah, and then Olivia was like, how dare you not tell me?
I know, she was so for it. She was like, good for you, because you're banging the hottest teacher on campus, but you just told me you got to tell your bestie.
I think I really like their relationship, because that's literally like me and my best friend, because I literally every time there's tea in my life, I'm like, okay, well, I'm literally about to FaceTime you crying. And then the next day, the whole situation changes. And it's just like a constantly ebbing and flowing situation. But I love that. I feel like that's so nice with like, not like ebbing and flowing situations, but like when like every day you have an update for like your best friend. Even if you don't tell her. But
I must tell you what I do hate though. Like, and I think that's enough reason why I was only a 4-star, which is still a great rating. But it was the epilogue for me. Like, I don't understand why there always has to be like a bit that's like, oh yeah, 4 years later, they're in a really good place. Like, why can't you just end it when they're in a good place at the end of the story?
Yeah, I really like in series when you follow different people, but you still visit like those other people from previous books. I like seeing them in their happily ever after. I like that.
That's different.
Yeah, but that's different. Like, I like that in the Wicked Villains. Like, I like when we were in Learn My Lesson, we still saw like Jafar and Jasmine. Like, I love that.
Yeah.
But like, I don't see the point in like just a little snippet at the end, because that's 4 years later.
Right.
Like, what?
Like she graduated, they were engaged, they were banging somewhere. Like,
Like, I just don't understand.
It just solidifies the HEA. That's all it does. That's the
Mollie, that's a happily ever after.
Oh yeah, sorry.
If you didn't know, like, okay, romances, to be like a romance, have to either have a happily for now or a happily ever after. Like, a book that doesn't have that, and just has like a romance in it, but like they break up or something, it's technically like not a romance.
Not a romance.
Okay.
It's just, it has a romance in it, but it's not a romance.
Okay.
The things that you learn when you watch romance. I was like, ooh, I didn't know all this knowledge.
That's why when they're, people say that, Outlander or Nicholas Sparks are romance books, I'm like, no, they're not.
Yeah, I mean, I even know that Outlander isn't a romance.
Yeah, me either.
It has a romance in it, But if
it's a very big fantasy series.
Yeah.
With a romance in it.
Yeah. And I don't know, like, I understand this book. Obviously, like, there's no time limit for, like, getting over sexual trauma. Like, I really understand. But I think in, like, a book context, it was so repetitive. And, like, I understand. Like, I want to be sympathetic because, like, literally been in the situation. But, like, for entertainment value, I was like, okay. Like it's even like I feel like with any conflict, if it's just so repetitive, I just get over it in romances so quickly. Like any type of like back and forth more than like 2 times, I'm like, okay, bye. Like I think that's why my enjoyment was a little bit like lower because I was like, okay, like especially because I was in a slump, I was like, I just need something. Like the first half had me hooked, and then the second half, I was like, okay, we get it.
Yeah, the second half was definitely the weaker half.
Yeah, I still really enjoyed it, and like I understand, but like I think because I didn't also know that was gonna be the focus of the book going in, or like a big part of it, I was like, okay, I understand, but like, can we finish? Can we like wrap up real quick? Can we get it going?
Yeah.
What I liked, it was hard, but I liked it that Callum knew that he was crossing a line with her when it came to her working at Voyeur, his drinking, and how he spoke to her about it. You know, he knew that, you know, okay, this was making him angry and he was jealous and his coping mechanism was drinking, but he knew, was like, this isn't going to work for me. And he didn't force himself to try and make it work, because when he was talking to his mom, you know, when she was like, well, she's a grown woman, she can make her own decisions. And he was like, well, how far do I have to go for her to make that decision? Like, he didn't want to go there. And I really like that, because a lot of times you see in these books that men really try, or not necessarily just the men, but either character really try to like force themselves, and it just for too long. And I like that
I really liked both of them as characters. The only thing I didn't like was the possessiveness. But also, like, you could see that he was trying to be understanding.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I really liked the characters in this. I think they were really actually quite well developed.
Yeah. And I agree. I didn't really like the okay, I do like a little bit of possessiveness because I like a little bit of toxicity, but I think it was a little too much for me. I do like a little bit of toxicity.
It was like a little bit like, it was so back and forward. It's like what you said, Daijah. It was very repetitive. It was like he'd get possessive and be like, I don't want this. And then they'd have a conversation, and then it would be like a repeat all over again.
Yeah.
So like that part I do get. If it was like maybe like that one time where they ended up having that conversation and he was like, right, this isn't going to work for me. If like that was the only bit of possessiveness in it, I would have kind of been like, okay. But it was just a bit too overdone.
Too many times.
Yeah. I like a little bit of possessiveness too. I like the alpha characters. I like when they're like, you know, you're my woman, I'm going to take care of you. I like that. But it's when it's kind of a double standard at that point, because he was like, no, I don't want you working at Voyeur, but that's where you saw her first. Like, you were
exactly.
like, so.
And like, even when he was like, oh yeah, I don't want her working at Voyeur, it was like, oh, but then if I just buy up all her time.
Yeah.
It's
how is it different from him just paying stuff for her instead of like, he's requesting these scenes and effectively paying her wage, but she didn't want him to pay for her tuition.
Yeah. Can I also talk about, I really didn't like the fact that like the rule at Voyeur was to like, for people, like the watchers cannot touch the performers, but then they still did it anyways, and like nobody knew. For some reason that rubbed me the wrong way. I was like, okay, like I don't know why, but I was like,
for me it was almost like, why do you get away like scotch-free? Because didn't they mention about someone getting fired for like sleeping with someone on the job?
Right, because she I guess because there's no cameras like in the room while they're doing the
Yeah.
scenes, she just has her panic button because he literally said, like, when he came up to her, he's like, "Are you gonna press your button?" And she's like, "No."
I
So
know.
you have
Like,
to
I
be
wish there
quiet.
was. I wish there was some repercussion for that. Like, I would have enjoyed, instead of all the back and forth, if there was a repercussion for that added in instead with
Right.
the page count.
Right. It would
I
have
feel
lowered
like that
it
would have been
because
better use of time.
yeah, it would have actually lowered the page count because if they had found out either the first time or the second time, hi Naima. Oops.
Hi.
She would have been found out, she would have been fired, he would have been banned, and then their problems would be over, you know? So it's like, it really would have like shrank the book.
Honestly, yeah, they should have just done that. I feel like that would have been a good resolution.
Because then
Yeah.
she would have been panicked, like, oh my god, what do I do? And then she would have either taken his offer because she wouldn't have had Voyeur as an option, or she would have just gone with the route that she went with anyway and sold her car.
Or he would have been like so sad, like, I was the one who pushed you, I was the one that got you fired, let me pay your tuition. And she would, that would have been a little better reason for her to accept the tuition.
Yeah.
Let's just rewrite the end of this book. It's fine.
Yeah, let's do it.
Like, I really wish they would have gotten caught. Like, I don't know. I felt so anxious about it, and then nothing happened, and I was like, "Oh, okay."
Oh.
Like, I was like a little disappointed. Like, I wanted that anxiety to come to a head. Okay,
Yeah.
I like to be anxious. Apparently, I don't know.
And that definitely would have fixed their situation for sure.
Yeah, I think that I would have been
We
better.
just wrote a better ending here for y'all. You're welcome.
Yeah, you're so welcome. Collaborative effort.
Now it's a 5-star. It's fine.
Did you see? Wait, Fiona Cole commented on her post about the. She just commented like fire or something, but she commented.
Love that for you.
On the thing.
What? I love
her having a meltdown.
She commented 3. Oh wait, hold on. It's too bright.
I was like, fancy.
3 hard eye emojis.
Oh, cool.
Yes, I tagged her.
Oh, you did? Nice. On Instagram?
Mm-hmm. And I was like, ooh, that's kind of cool.
That is so cool.
I'm going to follow her on here.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was really, really good. Okay. Someone said they were reading it, and I don't think they finished it. Because they said they had to finish it today. Because they didn't come in here. Kind of sad. Even though... Yeah. I really appreciate that.
And I even like his appreciation for that when he was like, oh my god, like, I can't believe she done research for me. And I was like...
That would be me. I'd be like, Mother's doing research.
I know. I was like, research. And then, like, after, like, their first, like, you know, full-on, like, sexual encounter, like, he was, like, crying because it was so cathartic that he could actually, like, do it. I'm just like, oh, my God, you poor baby. Just come here.
Yeah.
I didn't like Voyeur that much on the champagne. Was pretty
Isn't
good.
Blame It on the Champagne new? Didn't that recently come out?
I think so.
I found the hero to be whiny and a sleazeball, not a sleazeball. You know what? I kind of understand though, because he was going to this club and then was like, so I kind of get
doing what he could to feel something when
exactly. Like I can like when it was revealed of like why
he went.
No, not even why he went, because like it was just the way he like acted with her, like kept being like, no, I can't do this, no, I can't do this. Like when he finally like admitted everything, like it was so much sense, because obviously you want to feel that intimacy and stuff, but like he felt like he couldn't physically.
Yep.
Yeah. He even says like he was like, the things that I like to watch there, it's way more intimate and realistic than if I was to just put porn on the TV.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He was just dealing with it the best he could. And, you know, he was also like, I just couldn't imagine, you know, with like,
I just love
it. And then also having that need, you know, to, it's like, and he found a way to make it work, you know. It's like, was it the most conventional way? No, but it worked for him, and he wasn't hurting anybody until he was in like the relationship with, you know, Oak, and she was like, he was on a downward spiral, but he knew when to pull back. So at least he was self-aware.
Mm-hmm.
But like, okay, I'm just saying though, like, obviously, like, it's better than porn, like he said, but dang, that's expensive.
It's expensive.
Like, you could have had a much cheaper option, sir, but you said budget who? You don't know her. Like, okay. Because not only they have to pay the monthly fee, and he has to pay for the scenes, and those scenes ain't cheap, because I know Miss Oak was out there making her coin. So I know he was paying hella money per month. I was like, can I get some of that?
Especially considering like the very first scene he watched was that one with Jackson, wasn't it? Because she didn't have the thing turned on. So he had to fill it out for Jackson and requested her.
Yes. And didn't they make like $1,000 or something?
I don't know exactly how much, but it was the way Jackson was like, yeah, he's willing to pay double what we'd usually make. So let's do it.
He always coming up to her too, like, please do this scene. We need the money.
I loved him so much.
Me too.
Oh gosh. And you said, so did you say the next book was about him?
Yeah, and it talks about that guy Jake that he talks that he plays the emotion. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Because that whole thing too, when he revealed like, okay, he
let me just find it quickly. It's in my wish list.
Oh my god. Literally, there's like not even like a pic. No, it is black. It just looks like it blends in. And I was like, where did Mollie go?
Left.
I'm sorry. I'm coming. I'm just going. I had to go on a different tab.
we can still hear your voice.
Yeah, we did. But I was so confused.
But it's like, it was like where they saying like it was a dare that we had to kiss, and then one thing led to another, and he gave him head, and then he was just
called The Lovers.
The Lovers
2, yeah. And so it says, I loved him first. Jake was my best friend in college, my straight best friend, until one night he was more. He may have ran after what happened between us, but I never forgot him. When fate puts us in the same place 5 years later, he has a fiance by his side. And I think it ends up being like MMF, because it says it says it right at the end, if it means I can have him, I'll love them both.
Okay, I'm reading this immediately.
Right.
Okay, so I'm looking to try and figure out if there's a book about the best friend, but apparently, I can't.
There's like 6 books in that series, though.
Yeah, the third one, and none of the synopses, whatever, say like their name, so I'm irritated. But the third one, I don't know who that's about. I don't recognize the name.
I'm pretty sure the third one. I think I've really.
It says Eric.
Don't mind me.
It says Eric and Alexandra, but I don't know who either of those people are. But the fourth book apparently is an accidental hookup pregnancy. So that's interesting, but it has really high ratings for like Lacey Book Lover. She gave it 4 stars. Steph gave it 4.5 stars, Nicole. Ooh. But I feel like everybody hates accidental pregnancy, but it's like not like with the hero. Like the heroine, I think, gets knocked up by somebody else. And then the hero swoops in and is like, hey.
Hey. I love Danielle's comment here, but when Jackson licked her, I bust up laughing at her response. Like, she was like, you weren't supposed to actually lick me.
For real. And he was like,
there's like, well, it was there.
I can't remember which one it is, but I know there's one in the series that follows someone that ends up having relations with, I think his name's Dan, the owner. Yeah.
Oh, with Daddy Dan? Okay.
Saying that he was attractive during her interview. She was saying like he was a little bit attractive, so I can see it. Okay.
Daddy Dan. I like the alliteration. I'm sorry.
Dan, that's alliteration. It's the alliteration to me.
I don't know. I just like it how they both start with like, I don't know. Anytime there's like a D name, I don't know. I feel like it just goes. And there's a lot of
I'm gonna start calling you Daddy Daijah.
Do it.
I will.
In 5th grade, we had like a repeat substitute teacher who was there like multiple days, and he gave everybody nicknames, and mine was Double D. because my last name starts with a D, and I was actually horrified. Please, nobody ever call me Double D because that is no. But Daddy Daijah's okay.
Got it.
The Double D was like a little too much for me, but
a little bit.
Oh, it's the 5th book, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's the 5th. Wait a second. Wait a second.
I'm about to binge this whole series if Hoopla has them all.
Wait a second.
Wait, a whole
Wait, what's the best friend's name?
Olivia.
What's the best friend's name?
Olivia.
Olivia was the owner, right? Is that her uncle?
Yes.
I can't remember if it was her uncle or her uncle's friend.
Oh my god, I just saw the one that said my uncle's best friend. I just saw that. That's the 3rd
That's why I was like, my uncle's best friend. So I think the 5th book is about Olivia. Or no, wait,
I thought he was her uncle.
That's the liar, isn't it? No, the guy that one's not Dan. The one that's Dan says Dan in the synopsis, so I know that talks about him. But this one,
okay, but the 5th
must
one,
be Olivia's.
liar, I think that's Olivia's because it says he was my uncle's friend, and I was too young for him.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure.
And then the last one, the last one, teacher.
Yeah,
number
teacher,
6.
That's Dan's one, isn't it?
It says it was the promise that led me to Voyeur, to Daniel.
Yeah, to Daniel. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, book number 5, Liar, is about Olivia and Kent. I don't know who Kent is.
I don't think we can introduce Kent. But like, I like how, I don't know, something about it where he was like, ooh, like he was my uncle's friend, and I was too young for him. Like, I don't know, something about that's really doing something for me. I don't know, like, it's so funny, right? To my boyfriend, I literally say such random shit. I'll be like I was reading The Crown of Gilded Bones, right? And like, you know, like the promotional stuff, it was kind of talking, like it was like 4-some, 3-some. We were all like, huh? That's not really a spoiler, but it just said it in like the promo stuff. And so I was telling him, I was like, oh, like I really hope this 4-some happens. Like I really like, and I'd be like, the 4-some hasn't happened yet, but like there was like a scene, but it hasn't happened yet. And I was like, if the 4-some doesn't happen by the end, I'm gonna be mad. And he was like, I'm literally going to sleep. Like I'm so over your BS.
I'm going to sleep.
I love him.
I literally love doing that so much. I love just saying like talking about the sexual scenes and romances and telling him about them because it makes him so uncomfortable. I'd be reading. I was, okay, A Court of Silver Flames is obviously steamy, and I didn't even get to the steamy bits, but I was like flipping through it and I saw some, and I was like, ooh, kind of intrigued. Like my eyes saw words, and I was like, so then I started reading it out loud to him, and he was like, I'm so uncomfy. So now every time I go to like talk about a romance, like sexual scene, he's like, please don't read it to me. Please don't.
That is so funny.
It's so funny to me. It's honestly one of my favorite things because I'm just a menace to society, and I love bothering every human in my life. And dog. My dog does not like me because I literally like poke him and like do stuff to him that irritates him. Like, okay, imagine this. Okay, so I've seen these TikToks, right, where people like throw cheese on their children.
Oh yes, like
a slab of cheese, not a slab, like a slice. And so like I did that to my dog to see what he would do, and it was so funny. I didn't record it though.
You should have recorded it.
I love him, but like I just love annoying him sometimes. But then I give him treats. He loves cheese though, so he just knocked it off and ate it. So it was a treat.
He's like, oh, cheese, great.
He loves cheese for no reason.
Fantastic.
But I showed that to my sister today, the videos of people throwing the cheese on their children, and I was like, when your kids pop out and they're old enough, I'm gonna be chucking cheese at them.
Chucking cheese.
And she was like, my own husband's gonna be chucking cheese at them. I was like, you right.
It's their right. It's their right. It's fine.
Yes. Okay, I'm trying to think of other stuff about the book. Again, I read it like 2.5 weeks ago, so my brain.
I think we talked about everything that stood out to me.
Also, what was the relevance, right, in Shannon having to work at the school? Like, why did that need to happen? I hated her.
Oh, the girl, the woman?
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
she's just there like, yeah, oh my god, I can't believe I didn't bump into you. And then she's like, maybe I can return the favor one day. I was like, ugh, go away. He didn't call you back for a reason.
She was desperate. She was desperate.
Yeah. But you know what? I understand.
His fingers must be so talented because she was desperate.
Yeah, for real.
Especially after he, you know, did a little, and she was like, I can't get enough.
Apparently. I really liked that like they were talking about like astronomy and stuff. Like I honestly wish there was more of it than there was. Like I feel like they were like, we talked about astronomy, but like I wish there was some like actual like astronomy talk. Like I feel like that would have added a little spicy touch to
I
it.
did like the little jokes where she'd like be messaging him like, yeah, oh yeah, I've got this like really annoying test, like, and like she would like, he'd be like, oh, it sounds awful, and she'd be like, yeah, it's my stupid fucking person, like.
Yes, that one part had me dying.
Yeah,
like I have to go work on this really hard essay.
Yeah, like he's such an asshole for making us do this. And then he's like, oh, it sounds it. And she's like, yeah, I've just got to go talk about the stars now.
That did have me hella weak. That was so funny. Wait, Nicole, what are you drinking?
I'm drinking two things. I'm drinking cherry blossom tea latte, and then I had a Truly.
A cherry blossom
tea latte.
I've never heard of that in my life.
You can get it at Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf, but I made it at home because it's cheaper.
I can make a chai tea latte at home, but sometimes it's just better outside, you know? So today, my brother-in-law, we went and he was going to buy me chai tea. And apparently there's a chai tea shortage in my area. How is there a shortage of tea? I don't understand.
Dude,
but...
do you not remember when like Phil was saying about the oat milk shortage?
There was an oat milk shortage?
Yeah, that was a thing too.
An oatmeal shortage?
No, oat milk.
I have not been able to get Mountain Dew Code Red in cans for my husband, like for like the last year. I don't know what it is.
Very specific soda, so
he loves that soda. Like, so we just haven't been able to get cans for the last year. I'm just like, there is seriously a shortage on Mountain Dew Code Red. But, okay.
Like a couple weeks ago, like they just got it back in like a few weeks ago, but for like a solid month, Chipotle had no queso because apparently there was like a bacteria thing, and then they had to recall all of it from like my state to like Ohio, like all up and down the East Coast.
Oh my gosh.
And then for some reason, when I tell you for this month, I've never wanted queso so bad in my life. And like the other places don't hit the same as Chipotle. Like Chipotle has like the best queso.
But you always want what you can't have, Daijah.
Exactly.
You always want what you can't have.
Yep.
Literally, like the one time that I was like, like, I mean, I'm always kind of like, I'm really craving queso, but I was like really craving it so
I'm just saying, like, if there was a day where like it wasn't unavailable at Chipotle, you probably wouldn't have minded getting it from somewhere else. It's the fact that you specifically wanted the Chipotle one and couldn't have it.
Yes, because the thing is, I wanted the Chipotle one, then I got some from like a different place, and I was like, this is not the same. And then I kept checking every day on the app to be like, let me order this queso. And then I was like, I can't. And then I looked it up, and they're like, yeah, there's a shortage. And I was so pissed.
That's so crazy.
I literally, like, I love Chipotle, but, like, the main reason that I ever get Chipotle is because I really just want queso.
Mm-hmm.
But I do love, like, getting, like, a burrito bowl, but the queso is really what pulls me in. But me and Eli have an inside joke about burrito bowls, and it's really not cute. So, like, it's, like, really sexual. So then every time I say, like, burrito bowl, it really just brings me flashbacks.
Well, now you have to tell us.
You can't explain it.
You can't just say things like that and just move on like nothing.
Okay. So we were talking about, obviously, you know, like, as one does, like, protection, you know? as one does.
Yeah.
And he was like, you can't not use it because it's like having a taco without the shell. And I was like, but you know, like burritos, right? And I was like, but I prefer burrito bowls over burritos if it's like the same kind of application. So that was the conversation.
So what
now,
insinuating?
that's what I think of every time I think of burrito bowls, is that. Because I was like, right, like tacos without the shell does not sound good, but burrito bowls sound better than a normal burrito. So, no, it'd be like that.
So cute.
Every time I get a burrito bowl, I'm like, look, look what I got.
Look at what
Look at that.
He's like, this is not a coincidence. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
Honestly, I don't know. My train of thought be bad. He really said tacos with the shell.
Just think about.
For real. It was Catholic school in 4th grade that did it for me. It really made my train of thought bad. Anyway, I think. Oh yeah, I was gonna talk about the astronomy, but I already did that. That was the only other thing I had to talk about with the book.
Okay. Does anybody else, like in the comments, want to talk about something that we did not talk about? Like if you thought of something, let us know. Because otherwise, I think that's it.
Mm-hmm.
I think we talked about what we needed to talk about. And we are, at least, me and Molly, I believe you said too, we're excited to continue on. Daijah, do you want to continue on?
Yeah, I do. Like I feel like it's taboo.
Can we all buddy read it?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
But like, can we do it after, like, not super, like,
I've got enough to do at the moment. Yeah, we don't need to.
After Peppa.
In June, though, I'm literally co-hosting 2 beat-a-thons, and I'm graduating from high school.
We'll do it. Look, we'll do it later. We don't need to do it right now.
Okay. But listen, why did I do that to myself in June? It's so stupid.
You just want to participate in stuff. And you say yes, and then.
We know. Do you remember when Daijah went through that period of time when she was on every single live show humanly possible?
She's like, yes, I'll be there. Yes, I'll be there.
I literally was on every live show. Like, you could not escape me. Plain and simple. I really
likes to be involved.
I do. I have no friends in real life. No, I have like 2 because I hate everybody at my school. So literally the 2 people that I talk to don't go to my school. Like I literally talk to like 1 person that goes to my school and that's it. Because everybody else, honestly, F them and I hope they choke. Anyways.
Mm-hmm. I get that.
Literally like Nazis, freaking people who think it's funny to like lynch a doll that's supposed to be our principal. Literally.
You were talking about that in your live yesterday. I was like, Daijah.
Literally, there was a Nazi sign up across the street from my school recently. Like 2 years ago, they literally lynched a doll that was supposed to be our principal, but our principal's black, so like wasn't cute. And then last year there was a supposed school shooting that we literally had to hide for like 2 hours, and they were like, just kidding, it wasn't a school shooting, but there was literally blood trails and like gunshots. And I was like,
they're covering something up.
This is why like I literally don't like to go back to school. I'm like, I have to actually go to school to graduate. Like, you can't just send me a diploma. We can't do like a virtual moment. Like, I actually have to.
You
like,
can't just let me like walk across the camera.
You're not even walk slide.
You actually have to go.
You walk, and then just as you get to the other end, you go with your cap and go.
Literally. But the thing is, right? I'm like in the beginning of the alphabet, so I have to be to school at 8 a.m. to graduate. I'm like, yo, we can't be doing all that. That's such nonsense. The second half of the alphabet doesn't have to be there till 11.
That's rude.
You're like, no.
I really hate my school.
No way.
But it's like, but you said it's mandatory. You actually have to walk.
Yeah, like you have to go. It literally says mandatory next to the graduation.
That's rude.
Daijah's like, maybe it's just not worth it.
Yeah, it's like you worked so hard, especially this last year, like
technically the last day of school is June 10th, and our graduation is June 11th. So, is it really mandatory? What are you gonna do? What? You already have the diploma.
Like, are they literally just like not gonna give you a high school diploma?
Like, sorry, you were at graduation. You don't get this.
What if you were like on your like in hospital? They'd be like, no, you didn't make it.
You know what?
Can you have your mom call you in for graduation? Just like call in. Like, she's really sick. She can't make it.
If you catch me in the hospital at graduation time, you know why.
Oh gosh.
That's so sad that I'd rather be in the hospital than at graduation.
Yeah. But
well, with what you're saying is happening at your school, even with COVID, you're probably safer at the hospital.
Right?
Honestly, literally, but last week I had to go to my school to complete some hours for an honor society because they actually suck ass, and like all the other honor societies gave us enough opportunities to complete everything online, like get all of our credits. But this one, the one that's supposed to represent the people of color at my school, obviously is terrible, and they literally didn't give us enough of online credits to get 5. I literally got 3. And there's only one other opportunity to get 4, and I had to get 5. So I had to go to my school, drive, park, and do outside manual labor for 2 hours. When I tell you I was shoveling and carrying dirt for 2 hours in the heat with bugs, and I actually was hating my entire existence, and I forgot water. So I was literally actually dying.
They didn't provide water for you?
No, they should have. But the water fountains, you're not supposed to drink out of them unless you have like you're supposed to like ask for like a cup because of COVID or fill up like a water bottle. But you know what? I went into the hallway and I was like, F this. Hopefully the person's gonna clean it or something because I'm about to drink this water right now because I'm literally dehydrated.
Also, when I was at school, we never used to like put our mouth to the water fountain.
I don't do that. I literally just like press
go.
It's like it creates that arch for a reason.
Yeah. I did not put my mouth on it. Hell no.
No, but that's what I mean. Like it's like, so why is that like I'm just drinking water?
I don't know, but
like there are people that
before you press the button, you're fine.
I couldn't tell you, but I broke the rules and I drank the water because
you know what? I'm proud of you.
You needed it. You needed
my shoulder was so sore from shoveling. The only thing that saved me was that we have goats at our school, so I was entertained by the goats. It was really nice. But also, I didn't know if we were allowed to have AirPods or not. So I literally had no music, no audiobook, no podcast. I was listening to the goats baa and the nice little birds for an hour and a half.
I love that.
Were they fainting goats?
Huh?
Were they fainting goats?
No, just normal goats.
Because that would be awesome. I would
but
like
4 of them are babies. 4 of them are babies because we had 2 female goats. We had 2 female goats, and then over COVID, they like got like a male goat, and then like the 2 goats are sisters, but they just like threw the 2 females in with the male, and they were like, get crazy. And then the 2 female goats got pregnant, and so like they let like the kids in the classes, like for the agriculture classes, like follow them throughout like their pregnancy and birth. And now they're like raising the 4 baby goats, and we're gonna
get crazy.
Literally, goat soundtrack.
Like literally. But then they're gonna get rid of the 2 like mom goats when the babies are old enough because they were like taken, like they were not raised fully in captivity around people. Like from like at first they were like in the in the wild, but like they weren't around people. So they're not like super used to people. So that's why they wanted to have the babies so they can raise them around people their whole life. And so like they're like used to people. I just remember one of the babies' names is Opal.
Opal.
Yeah, I don't remember the other ones though.
They're so cute.
Well, at least it was just the goats like not banging. At least it wasn't that soundtrack because
oh my god. I saw this horrific TikTok last night of it was 2 turtles, right? Really going at it. And then they decided to pull like the male turtle off the female turtle. And when I tell you I've never seen something more horrifying than this turtle's penis, I actually wanted to cry. And like they literally could not get this turtle off of the other one. Like he was in her guts for a real one. Like he was deep in there because they could not get him off. And I was like, Lord have mercy, why is this on my For You page.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Honestly horrified, but it was like a disaster that you couldn't look away from, you know?
Yeah.
It was like one of those. I need to send it to you, Nicole, because
that's hilarious.
Don't even dare.
I remember one time when I went to SeaWorld when I was younger, we had walked down. It wasn't like this show, but where you can walk in and see them and like, just, swimming. Shamu was happy to see a whole lot of people because his thing was all kinds of out. I was like, holy fuck.
My God. Okay. Yeah.
Did you send it to me?
No, I'm going to try and find it because I didn't save it. I mean, I don't think I downloaded it. I'm going to try and find it. Because that was honestly so horrifying.
Why would you do that?
It was so horrifying. It's not here.
Oh,
no, I'm going to search for it.
I forgot I have that.
I should write a book about my high school experiences because they are on another level. I honestly could. I literally, each year of high school was like a different life, My freshman year, honestly, kind of boring. My sophomore year, I was honestly thriving. I had all the senior friends. I was in all of the clubs. I was living my best life. Junior year was an actual dumpster fire. And then senior year was also a dumpster fire, but from home. Dumpster fire from home.
We love to see it.
Yes. Okay, I'm excited for this next book because I always forget. I literally forgot. I was like, we're reading Voyeur, and then I was like, Black Lace is next, but I completely forgot about this book. But I'm excited about it because it seems like it's going to be good.
Yeah, I'm excited too.
Same.
Yes. I don't know if it's on anything though, like Scribd or something like that. I didn't check. Normally I check.
I think it's on Hoopla.
But I feel like Hoopla is not the same for everybody.
It's not. You have to check. Man.
I'm checking. Oh, the audiobook is on Scribd.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. I don't need to buy the paperback then.
It's on my Hoopla, so definitely check your Hoopla.
And I know it's kind of sketchy, but there's like the EPUB of it also on like the PDF on Scribd too, if you like a good ebook moment.
Ooh, Misty said.
Yeah, it is on Scribd, yeah. Okay, yeah. Our next live show is going to be June 7th. Oh, and it'll probably be on my channel.
Yes.
My channel.
So when I did the free trial for Scribd, and I was like, oh, I just have to cancel the subscription before it renews.
You didn't cancel it, did you?
No. So at least I have it for another month. That's fine. Oh, because I thought I put it in my calendar, but nothing reminded me. I know.
Anyway, on a more positive note, Nicole, you sent me... Oh, Daijah, why?
That little
Daijah, stink. Oh. Get off of my screen now.
It's...
I actually can't with you. What's your problem?
Can't. Oh.
Daijah.
I love this baby so much.
Anyway, Nicole, you wrote me that list of fantasy romances.
Yes.
Do you want to write me another list?
Yes.
What are you laughing at?
Still fantasy or...
No, not fantasy romance. Just Oh, Daijah. I love you, but you anger me.
Literally, my goal in life. I don't know if you've heard that TikTok sound that's like, God has let me live another day, so I'm about to make it everyone's problem. Like, that's me.
I know.
And I'm alive, I'm here, so literally everybody's going to know, and it's going to be everybody's issue.
But what I would like, Nicole, is I would like a list of just lovely, lovely romances, like what we've been reading. You know, like wicked villains and this. And if you could tell me what the tropes are, that would be great.
Yes, I
Oh,
can.
so like good like a taboo romance list.
I just want all your Rex. Daijah, I'll take yours too.
No, Nicole has a lot more than me.
So you kind of want like the dark, twisted, freaky romances, and
give me whatever you want.
Okay. Right now, I'm reading a sports romance about a boxer, and it's low-key good, but I've never heard anybody talk about it.
Audiobooks on your book. Nice. Check your hoopla. Okay, Molly, I will get that list for you.
Oh my god, I'm so excited.
All right. So I think that's it. I think that's
it. Anyways.
Me, when I was saying on the this is literally me saying on the Literally Dead Book Club Live, oh yeah, like, I'm all for reading smutty books, like, but I just don't like sex scenes when I don't know what I'm going into, because there's like sex scenes written in
Oh, I understand
House of Leaves. And I was like, me reading erotica.
It's like a TikTok thing, Nicole. I don't know how to explain it.
Got it.
Yeah.
Oh, gotta send me some of those TikToks so I know what you guys are talking about.
Okay.
All right, everyone. Well, Molly, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me. I would love to come back if you'd have me.
Yes, absolutely. If whenever you see a book that you are interested in, just let us know, and we will definitely we'll have a live stream with you.
Oh, also for the book club, I was thinking about making a Discord. So if you guys would like a Discord, let us know for the people who are still here. Because I made a Discord and it was really fun. So I kind of want to make another one. So, and then also that way, like, if you guys don't know, like, we do like the spin wheel to get the tropes. So we were thinking if we do that, then we can put it in the Discord and then have people help us with recommendations for each trope. So then you guys can be like more active in the picking of the books.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Molly approved.
But I probably
Molly
would not do it. It'd probably come out like maybe in like, if we did one, it would probably be like end of May, June, because the next books are going to be what? July, August, September.
Yes.
So we have May and June picked out. So it'll probably be like end of May, June that the Discord would be made.
Mm-hmm.
Yay.
So I'm really excited for this book, but then I'm even more excited for the next book after this.
I'm scared.
What's the one after?
Black
Lace by Beverly Jenkins. Queen Bev.
I feel like because you love Sandra Brown so much and the Chill Factor was not the move for me, I feel like it might be like the same case with Beverly Jenkins and I'm scared.
No, it's totally fine.
I'm scared. I'm sorry, Nicole. I wanted to like Chill Factor, but the men were so disgusting.
So many points of view from terrible men. I get it. Don't even worry.
They were so nasty.
That's kind of how like Jen is every time she brings up Breath of Scandal. I made her read that book too, and now she hates it.
This is me reading about them. Literally, they were so nasty.
They're terrible. Every single man except for the love interest was terrible.
And there was a ton of men. I was like, Sandra, why do you have to do us like this? Like, you couldn't have her in some more women. Like, it was really frustrating.
Literally, there's only the two women's point of view, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the rest were just terrible men.
Hated them all.
All right, everybody. Love you so much. Thank you so much for joining us. Mwah, mwah. Love you both. Bye, everybody.
Bye.